Is Nomsa here at Ngosi Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Led from Within. With me today, I have Amanda Murray. How are you, Amanda?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here today.
Awesome, awesome. So our topic today is Step into Your Power, a self-love journey, a self-love journey. So are you ready to unlock your inner potential, embark on your transformative self-love journey? Please join us if you're ready to, while we dive into the powerful process of stepping into your true power. In this inspiring video, we'll share practical tips, insight, and strategies to help you foster a deep sense of self-love and embrace your worthiness. So what do you think about this topic, Amanda?
I really like the power of self-love and stepping into that journey because it's so important. So often we project all of our love outwards, and what we really need to do is find love within first, and then we can send our love out as well, because it's like that we need to fill up our cup in order to be able to pour to other people. It's the same with that respect, right? So sometimes I think we often don't love ourselves, and yet we're sending all our love to other people, and then we end up in the same stuck position that we've been in, and we wonder why we're still stuck in that position. And really, when we start to learn to love ourselves, it becomes this journey of like self-appreciation and self-awareness, and it really helps us on our journey of life, because when we start to learn to love every part of ourselves, then we really start to recognize who we are and the power, true power that we have within.
Amanda, when you say learning to love every part of ourselves, I think it's very, very important to actually learn to love every part of ourselves, like you say, and also understand that sometimes this world often demands perfection and conformity. The journey of self-love can feel like a distant dream. But if we actually embrace it and also just have a feel of this sense of worthiness within ourselves, and also take away the pressure of the society, social media as well, and our inner critics, and that can lead us to a path of if we actually follow social media so much and the society so much, it can let us down to a path of self-love and self-doubt and self-neglect. But it's very, very important to understand that we are not perfect, but unconditionally we love ourselves, and understanding that we are incredible and we are worthy. If you understand your worthiness, and you'll be able to unleash that power within and transform your life, and you'll be able to overcome obstacles, and it can lead you, when you actually work on overcoming obstacles and loving yourself, it can lead you towards a profound sense of self-love and acceptance. So step into that power and enjoy the journey of self-love, and discover that harnessing that power within, so you can actually embrace the person you are becoming. And self-discovery is very, very important as well. I don't know about you, Amanda. I think for me personally, the more we discover ourselves, the more we discover our own world and what influence us. And I think it's very, very important. What do you think, Amanda?
What I think is, when we start this journey, sometimes people don't know where to start. They're like, "Oh, I don't love myself, and how am I going to love myself? And where do I even begin to find that love from within?" And this book by Louise Hay is probably the best book on self-love that I've ever found in my entire life. And she's one of the gurus of like the self-help industry, and she started Hay House publishing when she was 60 years old. She has just the most amazing story ever. And this book I go back to every time I start feeling down or crappy or struggling. I come back to this book over and over and over again. And I read chapters of it, or I read sections of it. And it just is so, so uplifting. And I want to read you how it starts out. It says, life is really very simple. What we give out, we get back. What we think about ourselves becomes the truth for us. I believe that everyone, including myself, is responsible for everything in our lives, the best and the worst. Every thought we think is creating our future. Each one of us creates our experiences by our thoughts and our feelings. The thoughts we think and the words we speak create our experiences. So when you start to become aware, self-love, I believe, starts with becoming aware of our thoughts. And when we start to become aware of our thoughts and have that awareness of how many thoughts do you have about yourself that are negative, and how many thoughts do you have about yourself that are positive in one day. And I challenge you, if you're really struggling with self-love, to tally it for the day. How often are you saying something negative about yourself in your head or out loud? And how often are you saying something positive about yourself? So when you look in the mirror in the morning, are you like, oh, I look so fat, I hate my eyes, I hate my nose? Like, what is it that you're saying to yourself? Or are you like, oh, I'm so happy that it's today. I have a beautiful smile. Look at how great my hair looks today. I'm ready for the day. Which narrative are you telling yourself each and every morning? And that really is how your day is going to go, based on what you tell yourself first thing in the morning. So do you have a mantra in the morning that's a positive one, or do you drag yourself out of bed being like, oh, another day, I hate this. I can't stand my job. Like, my partner's a moron. What is it that you're telling yourself as you get up in the morning each and every single day? And if it's start counting. Find out how often you're saying positive things to yourself and how often you're saying negative things to yourself. And when you start to become aware of that, then you can start to change the narrative in your head. So when you catch yourself being like, oh, I hate my hair, you could be like, oh, I can do my hair this way and I like it. Or I really like my smile today, or today is going to be a great day, or I have the power to make today a great day, even if you know there's going to be struggles throughout the day. And one of the things that Louise Hay talks about is sending love ahead. So one of the things she says, and like I used to listen to a meditation by her every morning, and it was a morning meditation by Louise Hay, and if you just Google it, you can find them. And it's a morning meditation where it talks about even kings and queens didn't have the luxuries that we have today. If you have running water and a flush toilet, you have like something magical that even kings and queens 100 years ago did not have in their homes. And so be grateful for that. Be grateful for the running water. Be grateful for the heat. Be grateful for your bed. All of those things start to shift your mindset towards gratitude. And when we shift our mindset towards gratitude, we start to see more things that we can be grateful for in our lives. It's like that thing where you say, oh, I'm going to buy a red car, and then you start seeing red cars everywhere. It's because our brains start to become aware. The more we talk about these things, the more we think about these things, the more these things show up in our lives.
Like what you said, Amanda, what the words that we say, like when we say my spouse is a moron, as that is so funny. And actually, people do say those kind of words. They do speak negativity. And can you imagine when you speak negative about yourself or about people around you, if they actually, you're going to get some negative. If you speak negative, obviously you're going to get the negative energy. So that's what Amanda is basically saying, that speak life to your life. And also you mentioned that what we give, we get it back. And some people don't understand how the universe work, how the universe with the spirit realm works, what it was bound in the physically, that's what we get in the spirit realm. So it's very, very important to speak life to whatever it is happening into your life, like what Amanda was saying, that no matter what pain you go through, still saying those words, and that's how you discover and step into that power within. And it's very, very important to actually be able to do that. And also, Amanda, you were saying, what is it that you are saying is very, very important to yourself? And it's very, very important to say positive things and just to reword the words, even if you're not feeling okay, just reword the words so that they can speak to your life. And also embracing self-discovery, you need to create a secret space. And once you create that space in your home or anyway, have some me time. And some people, we live in this world where, like, if you have children, like Amanda, you are a teacher, you go to school, you are a coach, and then you're also a teacher, and also you're a mom as well. So as a mom, you come home, busy life, you don't really have some time of some me time. And then you go to school, you've got time with the children, planning your day, and you get home, you plan your day, your tomorrow. And but sometimes give yourself that maybe 10 minutes just to practice your mindfulness and meditate or prayer, whatever that might be. And also ask yourself some reflective questions, and explore your values is very, very important. When we explore our values, we actually identify our core values, what principles guide of our lives are. And then you can just take a pen and paper, write them down, and just include like things like honest, creativity, integrity, kindness, and then you identify your passion as well in that process. And when you identify your passion, some people, it seems to think that they are not good enough to do things. You will never know until you try. So if you identify your passion, you just go for it. And then also reflect on your dreams, like long-term dreams, short-term dreams, what inspires you, what do you aspire to achieve in your life. Your dreams can reveal your true desires. Just be in that secret place where you just have this quiet me time, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes every day. I think it just help. Amanda, do you have anything you want to suggest?
Well, first buy this book because it's literally like a Bible of ways to like shift your mindset. One of the things that I really love about it is at the back, it has like a whole list of possible like physical ailments, and then probably the thing that you're telling yourself in the head, and then a new thought pattern. And so this one I've always find so interesting because it says for bronchitis, because I used to get bronchitis every single year, like clockwork, basically in like March every single year as a teacher. And it says the probable cause is an inflamed family environment, arguments, yelling, and sometimes like a complete silent environment. And then the new thought pattern is I declare peace and harmony within me and around me, all is well. And so ever since I got divorced, moved into my own house, have everything, I haven't had bronchitis in over 10 years. And yet I used to get it every single year like clockwork from when I was in high school up until I was 31 years old. And I have not had bronchitis in over 10 years. And so and this is the sort of stuff that I learned about after leaving and after being like, I need to change things in my life. And that thought pattern would have been exactly what I experienced in my childhood. and in my marriage. And then when I changed my thought pattern to I declare peace and harmony within me and all around me, all is well, and I keep that mantra in my head, then I haven't had bronchitis in over 10 years. And even like I'm a little bit sick right now, I have a cold. And so one of the cold things it says, let's have to find it, cold, upper respiratory and illness, too much going on all at once. That's exactly what's happening in my life right now. Mental confusion, disorder, small hurts. I get 3 colds briefly every winter type of belief. So if you have that belief in your head that I get 3 colds every winter or whatever, or you have too much going on, which is what I have going on right now, that's probably why you're getting a cold. Because right now it's like parent-teacher interviews, I'm working on report cards, my daughter's in club volleyball tryouts, like there's a lot going on. And then the new thought pattern is I allow myself to relax and be at peace. Clarity and harmony are within me and around me. All is well. And so if you change your thought pattern to this, then you should be able to overcome your cold a lot quicker. And I know that's true because I do stuff like this and I'm still at work and not super sick. And my team teaching partner is super sick and has been home for 3 days. So these are the sort of things that you can do in order to improve your immune system and also like do the things that make sure that you stay healthy. So even though I'm a little bit sick, I'm like, no, I'm still going to the gym. I'm still like not working out as hard as I would have worked out, but I'm still making sure that I'm healthy, I'm strong, not saying I'm sick and I need to be in bed all day.
Hi, Harif. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Amanda Harif says hello. I'm not sure if I pronounced your name right. Forgive me if I haven't. I hope you are having a good morning or afternoon wherever you might be. And oh yeah, I agree with you, Amanda. Sickness, when you look after yourself, sometimes sickness will go away. It's very, very important to understand the power of healing. Is when you understand the power of healing, you'll be able to channel the energy of healing and no sickness. I used to, before I go into personal development, I used to be at the doctor's every week. Like it's either it will be one of my children, it will be me, or just there all the time. But now I really don't. The last time I think I was at the doctor's was 2 years ago. Not 2 years ago, actually, 5 years ago. I don't get sick much. I just get the cold and that's it. And even when I get the cold, I'll still go to work because I just have to, unless if it's really, really annoying. But you can actually work on your channeling your healing and stuff. And also journaling as well. Journaling is very, very important. You can go. What's that book, Amanda? You said to buy the book. What is the book called?
It's called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And she has a whole bunch of books, but this is my favorite one of hers. And she also has another one called Healing Thoughts, I think, or Heart Thoughts. I'll just find it, but it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's very, very important. Now, Amanda is talking about healing. And also, if you have like disappointments all the time, oh, that one. Okay, healing thoughts. How is that one? Is that one good one as well?
This one's called Heart Thoughts, A Treasury of Inner Wisdom, and they're both fantastic. Like every book that I've read of hers, I think I've read like 4 or 5 of her books, and they're all, if you're looking for a self-healing journey, I would definitely start with her. If you're female, for sure. If you're male, possibly start with Wayne Dyer, because he's more that male energy. But yeah, Louise Hay has, but she's like, I have the like beautiful, pretty versions of her books, but there's also like not so decorated feminine versions of her books as well. But it has like, all of them have so many things that are just like really short chapters. This one is short chapters on healing. So if you're wanting to go on a self-love journey, one of the things you could start saying to yourself is, I'm willing to change and grow. When we're ready to make positive changes in our lives, we attract whatever we need to help us. So even if you're watching this video today, it's probably okay, you were attracted to this video for a reason, or to watch this section of the video for a reason, because you are willing to start to learn new things, because you know you don't know it all. You're willing to drop old concepts when they're no longer work for you. You're willing to see situations about yourself and say, I do not want to do this anymore. You know that you can become more than who you are, not a better person, because that implies you are not good enough, but you can become more of who you are. And I love that, where it's like so many often we're like, oh, I'm a bad person, this is why I'm this way. And it's like, no, you just have shut off part of you, and that's not who you truly are. And so when you begin to find and rediscover who you truly are, that's when you can learn and grow and become the best version of yourself.
I love that, Amanda, because sometimes our thoughts can be wounded. Our spirit within it can be wounded. Like if you are somebody who goes through loads of disappointment and loads of rejection, or sometimes the simple, just you can be a walking person, but feeling like really dead. So you need that going through that healing to activate your inner self within. So it's very, very important to have some sort of belief. For me, I go through healing through the scriptures, through fasting, and it's very, very important. So whatever that works for you, like Amanda is recommending the book, you have to commit to actually follow step by step. Some people they skip the steps. When you are reading books, is when you're reading books, you read books, and then you just like, if you want to maybe follow that whatever the books suggest, or you create your own tools for healing, you have to go through every step and no skipping. Like Carol Ann, she's been ill in a hospital. I could see that her determination, like for healing, you could see like the way she's doing things is like it's important. She has a big why she needs to actually find that healing through within. So it's very, very important when you go through that healing process to actually and go through, and also explore your past experiences as well. When you reflect on things without blame, we're very, very easy to put ourselves on judgment, and don't blame yourself for anything. It's just to check how these experiences have influenced your beliefs and your values as well. And if you do need to seek feedback, you can seek feedback, ask feedback for friends or family, or you can simply get a coach. And the other thing that you can do is practice self-compassion and be gentle, like what Amanda was saying from the beginning, that the words that we say to ourselves, they become things. And even Bob Proctor says that as well, that when you speak, whatever the words that we speak, the words are very, very powerful. So practice self-compassion. The advice you will give to a friend, you will give it to a brother or sister or anyone that you know. Just give yourself that advice. Because the challenges will come. So you just have to embrace them all with kindness, and also set goals. I've mentioned that in the beginning, and Amanda suggested the book. If you do decide to go and get the book, take action. It's very, very important. Self-discovery is an ongoing process. By starting starting small steps towards living a life that aligns with your authentic self. This might involve like getting this book that Amanda has suggested. It might involve you trying new experiences. It might involve, like I mentioned before, trying new passion, making positive changes to your life, and also putting you first and reviewing and adjusting things as you go along. And is very, very important. And also embracing self-love is very, very important. The path to self-love it's a long journey. It's not like an overnight pill where you just get some magic pill and then everything is okay. You have to learn some things along the way, learn to celebrate your uniqueness and continue to nurture your sense of self, and continue to deeply love yourself, and understanding you are at your core and living life that aligns with your true self. And also is very, very important to actually um, love yourself, and setting boundaries in your life also is very, very important. Amanda, what advice can you give somebody who wants like step by step to unleash their inner strength? Because inner strength is very, very important. When everything that we do in life, we need our strength within.
Well, in this book, Louise Hay gives you a whole bunch of different things that you can do each and every day in order. And it is very step by step. Like some of it's mirror work, some of it is saying, I love and approve of myself, and make that your mantra and say it 300-400 times a day is what she says. Because she says, if you have a problem, you go over it that many times in your head. So if you can shift your narrative to, I love and approve of myself, and say that to yourself every single time a negative thought comes into your mind, then you're starting to do that journey of rewiring your brain. One of the other things that she says to do in here is create new changes. So it says, like, make a list of the things that are wrong and turn them into positive affirmations. And she gives an example here. It says, just suppose your negative list was something like this. My life is a mess. I should lose weight. Nobody loves me. I want to move. I hate my job. I should get organized. I don't do enough. I'm not good enough. So how many of us have those exact things go through our heads all the time? And she goes, then turn them around to something like this. I'm willing to release the pattern that has created these conditions for me. So if your life is a mess, change your narrative to, I'm willing to release the pattern in me that has created these conditions. If your narrative is, I should lose weight, say, I'm in the process of positive changes. Say that over and over and over again, or even write it on your bathroom mirror so that you have it, and write it on a sticky note and stick it in your car. Put it on your phone as your lock screen. Nobody loves me. I'm in the process of, oh no, that one. The one about losing weight. I have a happy and slender body. The nobody loves me as I'm in the process of positive changes. I want to move. I experience love wherever I go. Another one is, I have the perfect living space. I now create a wonderful new job if you hate your job. I'm very well organized if you're not organized at all. I appreciate all that I do. I love and approve of myself. I trust the process of life to bring me the highest good, and I deserve the best, and I accept it now. So just reframing your mind, wherever you say, I'm not good enough, say, I deserve the best and I accept it now, or I'm in the process of life to bring me the highest good. Those are all things that you can retrain your brain into saying, especially when you say that one, that I'm not good enough one. I think is something that so many of us at some point in our life definitely have that narrative in our heads. And so just reframing it into, the process of life is bringing me to my highest good, or I love and approve of myself, saying that over and over and over again. Every time you tell yourself you're not good enough, say to yourself twice. For every I'm not good enough, say to yourself twice, I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. And that starts to rewire your brain into the positive, and what you tell yourself, your thoughts become things. So the more you tell yourself that you love and approve of yourself, the more you will begin to love and approve of yourself.
I've loved that. I love and approve myself. That's so powerful. It's very, very important to actually reframe words and reframe your mindset, whatever you go through in life. And like Amanda is saying, when you speak life to your life, and that is developing a growth mindset, and the life works for you, even if things like you are faced with challenges, the life will be on your side, and also you will see every challenge as an opportunity for growth rather than obstacles, because we are quicker to see obstacles, to focus on obstacles, than to see where we've been before. Because there's obstacles that keep coming. Sometimes they've showed up before, but there's been a strength, that there's been something within us that has helped us to get out of it. So you just have to just embrace it and just look at where you've been and where you're going, and just celebrate your life. Like myself, whenever I'm faced with challenges, I just have to look at where God has brought me through and the mountains, and then I look at this mountain that is in front of me, and instead I just seek inspiration, something that inspires me. And I'll say, like Amanda is saying, like in the book, positive self-talk, and also cultivating resilience as well is very, very important. Embracing the changes as they come along, because changes in our lives, they come for two reasons. It's either challenges are there to give us strength, um, to teach us something, to help us to learn skills, or they're just there. When they appear, we fall. There are two options in life. So just practice self-care and build a support system. If you have like your environment, look at who is in your environment. And also, when we say practice self-care, is taking care of your physically and mentally well-being is very, very crucial. Eating well, exercising regularly, getting enough rest, enough sleep, and managing stress. Learn to manage if you feel like anxiety or stress, learn to manage it. And a healthy body and mind provides a strong foundation in life. So just take good care of yourself. And building a support, it means surround yourself with supportive friends. There are some friends who enter your life to change your life for better, but there are some friends, some of them, they enter your life to bring challenges. So just check your environment and learn from setbacks. Setbacks are there for us to actually learn from them. They're not there to actually stop us moving forward. When you're faced with setbacks, you can learn to reframe your mind, like what Amanda was saying. You can journal, write down your thoughts, and exercises, they do help you. You don't have to be extremely like you go to the gym or anything like that. If you are somebody who does not like to go to the gym, find some sort of exercises that will work for you, or is simply going for a walk every single day. I meet people sometimes, they'll be like, oh, I I just go for a walk. It's like going for a walk is not really exercises. It is actually exercise because your muscles are working. So it's as good as running, going for a walk. Like I go for running Monday to Friday. I enjoy it, and I walk a lot where I don't have to get into the car, where I don't have to get into anything. I try to walk sometimes, all the time. I love walking, so it's really, really good. Or like sometimes my daughter's school is just like around the corner. You see some parents do drive, like my neighbors, they do drive to school. And then you have to worry about the parking. Honestly, it's just around the corner. You go around the building, go just round, and then you're at school. So I walk there, and then my office is like 5 minutes. My work is 5 minutes. So I walk as well, and then I come home. So I don't really need to actually to say, even no matter how late I am, it doesn't matter. I just get there when I get there, but I just walk. I don't rush with anything. I just give myself, I use the opportunity to actually walk if I can. I use the opportunity to run if I can. And I use the opportunity just to do some exercises. You know, those little exercises that people take for granted, they make a really huge, huge difference. And also, when you're doing these exercises, don't just say, I'm just walking. Just embrace it. It's good. Embrace it. Just say, I do my exercises. It's walking. Communicate with the birds, listen to the birds when you go out. That is that is beautiful. But people don't see it as beautiful. Yeah, like going to the gym is that's the only hardest thing. No, it's not. They whatever sort of exercises that you do, their exercises. So embrace it and share your journey as well with the other people. If you are somebody who is not a coach, but you wish to share your journey, you can write a book or you can share your journey with your friends so you can empower them. And I have my friends, they don't do coaching, but they empower me because they share their journey with me. So, and sometimes I get my ideas from them as well to create my business. So you can share your journey with the other people and shape other people's lives. What do you think, Amanda?
I think it's part of what you're saying in like a roundabout way is really just start to appreciate yourself. Appreciate yourself and you're like, oh, I'm out for a walk. Be like, oh, this is start to notice the positives around you, notice the things that you're grateful for. Because when we start to become aware of that, that's when our life starts to change because we start to see all of the positives around us in this moment. Even if you don't love where you live right now, you just say to yourself, like, I'm finding the best place for me in the future and I'm working on that, and those things start to pop up in your life. One of the things I always say is like, I love my home, I love my bed, I love my yard, even though it's like a small little yard. You just like, I love it so much, and I like have trees and a garden and our trampoline and a little fireplace, and it's just like so fantastic to have that space in the city that's like our little hideaway from the world. And when we start to become aware and start to be grateful for those things, you recognize them so much more. And I just put the Christmas lights up in the backyard, and they make me smile. Like every time I look out in the yard at night, because it's dark at like
Have you
5.
got your Christmas up, Amanda, tree?
No, not my Christmas tree, but my lights outside. I've put them up in the yard.
Okay.
I have them on the house outside, and then on the in the yard, in the backyard, I have them on the trees and on the fence. And it just makes me smile because it looks so pretty. And so just like taking that extra moment to recognize those things that you're like, that just bring a little bit of extra like love to your life, right? Is spending that extra moment, because so often we forget to be grateful for the little things in life, and really your life is made up of all of those little things. Those are the things that really do truly make your life. What you do each and every day is what's determining how tomorrow shows up. And so when you think about what it is that you're doing each and every day, are there any things that you're doing in your day that you love or that are helping you towards a self-love journey? And if your answer is no, then what's one little thing you could do today to start that self-love journey? And then make sure you do that one little thing again tomorrow, and then maybe add one other little thing. And it could just be being grateful for your house. It could be saying that I love and approve of myself 3 times the first day, and then 4 times the second day, and then 100 times the third day, and just keep doing one little thing each and every day towards your self-love journey. And then in a year, in 365 days, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. But life is really about doing little things each and every day. And so if you're not doing any of those little things each and every day to improve your life and to embark on that self-love journey, then nothing's going to change in 365 days. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And we always come back to that, and yet we think it within ourselves that our lives should change like that, and they don't. It's a process, it's a journey, it's a step, it's a pebble each and every day of building and building and building and building. We look at people who are quote unquote overnight successes, but what we don't see is the hours and hours and hours and hours and hours that they practiced before they became quote unquote unfamous or famous. Like, even if you look at Justin Bieber, who's like a Canadian, he was famous really, really young, but he still practiced the guitar all of the time, a whole bunch, like hours and hours and hours and hours, until his one video went viral. And then he, whatever his journey was, I don't know exactly, but the little bit that I do know is that he's viewed as an overnight success, but we don't see how much he practiced even as a child. And so we often think, oh, other people are just lucky, but we don't see how much work they do behind the scenes. And when we start to appreciate the work that we do ourselves, we start to become more aware, and we start to see more positives show up in our lives.
I love that, Amanda. There's no such thing as the overnight success. It's just we don't get to see the pain people have to go through before they get to where they are. We just get to, if they decided to share their whole story, that's when we get to read about it. But if you read any celebrity, they all had to go through challenges. They all had to go through something. Even us at Nkosi talk shows, we have to go through something. We have to nugget each other, reminding each other what is important and pushing each other. It's just, you have to go through something in order to succeed in life. Or even if you succeed in life, there's no such thing. In order to find that success, that breakthrough, you have to go through something. So there's a journey everybody had to go through, because if you just succeed just like that, that means, that's why you find some people that have, maybe they say they have relatives that are into maybe celebrity industry. They don't really, they don't work hard. They disappear, they work and then they disappear. But then if you look at these people that they come in and they tell their story that I had to go through this, I had to go through this, you can see that, yeah, there is hope. There is hope. I have hope to succeed. So yeah, Grant always shares the story of the Ford company, how the guy, how many failures he had to go through in order for him to actually find somebody that believes in him. Even Tony Robbins, when he shares his story, how his story was. So it is just one of those things where you just have to have courage. You just have to find that strength, your inner strength, because we all have that inner strength within. But if we give in to challenges, we give in to whatever obstacles that we face in life. And for me, I just accept the challenges as they are. Once I accept challenges as they are, I know that I need to actually take some steps. The first thing I do is to pause everything that I'm doing, because if you go through a challenge without strength, so what I do is I pause. Maybe I pause for a day. When I pause for a day, it means that I'm not gonna cry. I'm not going to get upset. I'm not going to get stressed. I just need to stay focused. And that's when then, because my belief, I'm a Christian, so then I have to pray about it, ask God, to say, listen, God, this challenge is bigger than me. Would you like to step in and help me and guide me through where I need to go? And once that happens, and then you'll find that the following day is either somebody will give me a phone call with a solution, or sometimes I'll go on the computer and just looking and browse through and then find a solution. Or sometimes the solution is within. So you don't have to give up on the challenges, and staying calm is very, very, very important, which is, and also defining the problems. You have to define and gather information if it's necessary, assess your resources. That's what I do. And also set realistic goals and develop a plan, have a plan. If it's necessary, seek advice and support is very, 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 very important. But don't just give up and say, you know what, everything I try. I can tell you where challenges will not come to somebody that is not great. Challenges come to you because you're great, and because the energy in the universe can see that you are greater than you think. And that's when you have to find the strength to move forward, to find the strength to find that solution by just staying calm and be in the present moment. Know that everything is just going to work out just fine. It's going to work out on your favor. Like Amanda was saying in that book, so there's lots of affirmation you can use. For me, I just go into prayer, or I pause. And when I pause, I just tell God exactly what I need him to do. What I need him to do is I need to step aside. I need him to actually step in. And because when he steps in, he will help me to find that solution that I need if my problems are bigger. And we also know that we don't have control in everything in life. Sometimes we try to control everything. And that's when the stress, the anxiety will chip in if we feel we don't have control over things. Know that there are some things we can control, there are some things we can't. And when we can't control something, it does not mean that we are not good enough. It means we just have to pause, find that solution, seek somebody that can help us and help us to achieve the goals that we want. Like at Ngozi talk show, guys, it's just me that is always annoying. I'm always asking for help. I've never seen these guys asking for help. It's just me. I don't like waiting. I don't like sitting wondering if I can find a solution. If I can't find a solution, I just put a message out there and say, can you guys help? And you'll find people are willing to help. People will be like typing and say, yeah, do this, try this, try this. It saves stress because the information that we don't have, somebody else has it. So why not take the egos away and just ask for information? So it's very, very important. Like myself, I know that I don't know everything. And not knowing everything, it means that I have other people around me that knows everything. At Ngozi talk shows, I have these coaches. So why should I suffer worrying about things? I might as well ask for help. And if I do ask for help, I'll get that help. Or sometimes if they can't help, they will direct me to to somebody who can, or say, have you tried this? Have you tried this website? It's just all that, instead of when you want to step into your power, you give up just because the challenges are there. You just have to understand the journey of self-love and the journey of seeking support if you need it. Even here at Ngozi Talk Shows, there are coaches. Don't just follow somebody and watch their videos without asking for help. Just ask for help. And when you do ask for help, they'll be willing, somebody will respond. There's lots of coaches here They can respond. Even if you just can't afford a coach, just have a 25 minutes with half an hour consultation and find out if your problem can be solved or not. You may find that they might help you, be able to help you. One of the coaches might be able to help you, but you never know until you take action. So it is very, very, very important. And Amanda, do you have anything you want to add before we go?
Yeah, the self-love journey is definitely a journey. There's no like end destination where you're like, I'm completely whole and I love everything about myself each and every moment of each and every day. You're going to fall back. You're going to need to go back and reread these books over and over and over again, just like I have. I think I probably reread this book like 10 times in the last 10 years. I go back to it at least once a year when I'm struggling with things. And when I find myself going back into those negative thought patterns and I pull the book out again and I'm like, all right, I need this book again. It's not something where it's like I've made it and life is going to stay like this exactly as I want it to be for so long. The only thing we're guaranteed in life is change. And so when we want to step into our power to be part of that change, we have to be conscious of the changes that we're making and the mindset that we have in our heads and the thought patterns that we have. And so no matter where you are on your self-love journey, it's okay to fall back. It's okay to have to go back and reread books that you needed at the start. I go back to this book all the time. Anytime there's certain struggles, I'll go back to tools that I had that I haven't used in years because I'm like, okay, I'm struggling with this again. These are the tools that helped me at that point in time, and I need them again. And so because things come up, things that you don't expect come up, and there's setbacks that are triggers that you don't necessarily expect as well. And so be gentle with yourself when those unexpected triggers come up and go back to the tools that helped you in those moments. And you'll see growth and change along the way. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's has opportunities to learn and grow and change and make positive impact on their life and on the impact of others. And so wherever you are in your self-love journey, be gentle with yourself and just make the conscious choice today to do one thing or two things that help you on your journey.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amanda. It is very important to be gentle to yourself and be kind in your self-talk as well, which we mentioned that from the beginning. Celebrate your small or big achievement, whatever they might be, and also surround yourself with love. You deserve to love yourself. You deserve to be surrounded by people who love you. Make self-love a daily practice. It's very, very important when you practice self-love. And also, it's actually, when you do that, remember that you deserve to be cared for. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to be alone. There are some people, sometimes they will be like, oh, why? Sometimes I don't feel like, why should I ask for help? But it's easy for them when you need help. It's easy for them to say, yes, I can help you. But when it comes to the other way around, for them to ask for help, they don't. So if you are that person, know that that's why we have people around us, for us to be loved, for us to love ourselves and to be cared for and to care ourselves. It is normal. So guys, you can go to the website www.hseia.com and just, if you're looking for coaching, sign up for coaching. If you're looking for love, you can sign up for matchmaking. And if you want to get in touch with one of our coaches, you can find us on all our social media. And live with grace, everyone, and God bless.